Hi, my beautiful friend. I am so happy you're here because today we're going to be talking about 10 superfoods that will help your hair to grow faster and shinier. It's been a while since I've done a health video like this, like directly related to the foods and to habits and to health. But I'm so happy to do this. And the thing is that I know about some of these foods and I've been eating them myself regularly. But I did some deep research and then I discovered some other ones that are typically in your kitchen, but I haven't been eating them normally. So now I'm going to start. Usually what you do on the inside of your body, which I talk about a lot, is more important than what you do on the outside. Yes, the maintenance is very important and critical to taking care of your hair, especially at the ends where it tends to be drier and more brittle. But if you are consuming the right type of foods, if you are getting, the moisture, the water that you need, when your hair is growing out of the scalp and also your scalp is healthy, then you get healthier, shinier hair. So I want to help you today by just exploring the different foods that you can probably add to your diet or add some more if you've already been having them, because they're really helpful for your hair. And usually what's good for your hair is good for your skin and nails because they have the same typical components. So you're just getting the whole gambit. So the first one is, and as a Caribbean person, as a Jamaican, this makes me so delighted, and they are mangoes. Mangoes are a rich type of fruit that just has so much, and it also tastes really, really good, right? And I want to tell you a story. So I've been living in Spain for some years now. And the mangoes in Jamaica are just like beyond compare, right? In the tropical climate, they grow so well. So the first time I decided to have a mango in Spain, because I hadn't had one in a really long time, I bought one and then tried it at home and I was hugely disappointed. But the thing is that I needed to know how to choose the right mangoes in a different climate, in a different area of the world, right? Because what I chose wasn't I don't think it's that mangoes here are not good, although in the Caribbean they're still at a different level. I just need to know where to buy them. So I was hugely disappointed to the point where I didn't buy another mango for years. Yeah, it's that important for us. But now in the fruit shop that I've been going to for a while, that's really close to my house, they have really excellent produce. And they gave me like 2 mangoes the other day, which were so good, which was like, okay, it made me have hope again. It renewed my hope for the mangoes in this country. But that's just like a story about my experience with mangoes. But yet still, the nutrients that mangoes have are really good for your hair, like vitamins A and C, which are good for your skin. So with your scalp, which is skin, when it's healthy, it's growing healthier hair. And the other thing is that vitamin C helps to protect or to repair environmental damage. So when your hair is like exposed to a lot of sun, if it's been a sunny season, which is what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to really be protecting you more than you're protecting it. But still, vitamin C will help to repair really fast, like maybe damages of the sun or wind or whatever else. So it's good to have more mangoes. The next superfood is apricots. And the thing is that I didn't typically eat these. In fact, I hardly ever did. We don't have them in the Caribbean, so I wouldn't be looking for them. But I recently found out about them and how good they are for your skin and hair, because they have vitamin C, another fruit with vitamin C, as well as vitamin A and iron, which is so important for women and also for the health and the strength of the different structures in your body, including your hair. So when you're having apricots, they're actually doing something good for your hair to promote healthier growth. So this other fruit, I have been falling in love with it when I've been just learning how good it is for us as women, and just it has so much. The thing is that I never used to like how it tasted, but now it's like I'm learning to adjust to it because it is so good. And I'm talking about kiwis. Kiwis are so rich and packed with many vitamins and minerals, as well as folate, which is so good for women. It's just really good for you to add to your diet. So for me, I try to buy them so I can have them at least weekly. They're so very good. Even the seeds, when I was doing some research, like little seeds, they actually have so much richness that's so good for you and your body, including your hair. And did you know that kiwis actually prevent hair loss? So they promote hair growth, but they also protect against hair loss. So have them for yourself and your hair. The next superfood that you can add to your diet are pumpkins. Pumpkins in and of itself is really good for your body, and yet there's something really rich in the seeds, because the seeds contain zinc, which is really good for your hair follicles. And I tend to have the seeds maybe in some cereals, so I tend to try to buy some muesli, like, you know, the oats mixed with different seeds and stuff. And I also buy the pumpkin seeds in a pack with other seeds, because honestly, I don't like to eat it on its own. So I try to mix it with other things like chia seeds too, so that I'm getting what I need from it and I don't have to endure the taste. You know, if that makes sense. It's the truth. So maybe you can think about it as well. Like, if you don't typically eat these, or if you don't like them, maybe mix them with something else. The next superfood, and I've been discovering a lot about this since researching about Esther and the things that she would have been eating typically. So they are dates. Oh my gosh, like dates have iron, rich in iron, which is so good for us as women, which I've said before, but other things as well, which just helps with vitality and the health of your hair. So maybe you can add them to your diet by going and buying the prune version. To be honest, I can hardly find the fresh plum fruit. I usually find them in the prune version, which I think is typical in any region, maybe because of the packaging, or maybe because it doesn't grow here. In Spain, I don't know about other parts of the world. Yet still, I think the prunes are fine. They're really sweet. And sometimes if you want to have like a dessert, if you're feeling for something sweet, in Jamaica, we say something like, I'm feeling for something nice. You can probably have dates, because they're a healthier yet still sweet variant to maybe the other types of desserts that we would typically have. And there was something else I heard someone say, where they would kind of have like the healthy Snickers, where they use dates and I think peanut butter, and I don't remember, something else. So maybe you can look into that and have that, and maybe, you know, replace, oh, I think Nutella. So it would be the dates, Nutella, and peanut butter. So it could be a healthy variant to the other snacks that are highly processed, you know. Another superfood that I am obsessed with, to the point where I have said it in different videos for different reasons, are carrots. Surprise, surprise. But they are also really good for your hair. I don't know. It's just something about this vegetable that's just amazing. And I never used to like them, but now I eat them as much as I can, usually with hummus or something else, you know, mixing so that I can enjoy it more, mixing it with different foods. But it's really good for your hair as well, because apparently vitamin A also helps to stimulate the natural oils in your body that are so good for your hair. So it's like your hair is being enriched naturally, and you may not need as much oils as you could possibly or probably add to your hair. And for me, okay, from Jamaica, our history is that we tend to, I don't know if we do it right now, but I know growing up we would used to add a lot of oils to the scalp of our hair, thinking that it would be like the super, I don't know, ingredient to your hair or something like that. I mean, I enjoy that we did that, but no, I don't tend to add a lot of oil to my scalp because I don't want to clog the pores there, because as I said before, it is skin and it is really dense, and it tends to, depending on how you take care of it, it will produce the oils that you need. The only thing is that, of course, for Black women, for Black people, we don't tend to produce a lot of oils, or I'm doing some research, but I think what's happening is that the oils that are produced naturally don't travel down our hair shaft because it's curlier. So adding oils to your hair isn't necessarily wrong, but maybe you can try to help to produce the natural oils by eating carrots or other superfoods that has vitamin A to kind of aid that, So that's a suggestion, if you will. The next superfoods, and I combine these two because these are vegetables that are typically in your kitchen, but I don't use them a lot because I don't really like them. But now I'm learning that they're really good for your hair. And these are garlics and onions. And I know some women that will add like onions and even like and maybe a little bit of garlic to their fresh salads, and they like it because of the flavors that they add. But I wouldn't usually do that. And now I'm thinking that maybe I should try to add them, to incorporate them more into my diet if they're just that good. And the reason for this is because of the high sulfur content that they have. And sulfur is really essential in keratin production, and keratin is a protein that is one of the major components of your hair and your skin. So if you can add something, to your diet that will help with the formation to make your hair stronger, it's a good thing, right? So I'm gonna try it. Let me know if you will, or if you had already been eating like garlic and onions regularly. I'm gonna really try. The next superfood that I've been falling in love with a lot lately, and I recently did a short about this. It's about this fruit was designed for women, and let me tell you why. So first of all, the fruit is pomegranates. Oh my gosh. When I realized how much this is packed with so many good things for women, even I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's like a kind of component that is similar to estrogen that is found in pomegranates. I think it's polyphenol. You know what? Let me look for the word and come back to you because I do not. So apparently I wasn't so wrong. I need to trust myself some more. But it is polyphenols, which has estrogen-like effects. So it's so amazing how even the world is designed, how God designed the world. Because when you look at pomegranates, especially when you cut it and you look inside, it literally looks like an ovary with seeds inside. And to know that it's so good for women, to know that it boosts estrogen in us, along with the other benefits that it presents, it's just really great. And I know that the kind of, so when I was studying Esther and the kind of diet that she would have been having, typically like the Persian diet, pomegranates were actually a big component in that, and it was believed to be really good for women, which it is. So the ancient wisdom compared with modern wisdom and technology just proves that this fruit should be added to our diets more. And you can just eat it whole, like the seeds whole, or juice it. I tend to just like remove the seeds and to eat it whole. The thing is that it can be like the peel around it, and even though ones inside kind of like separating the different seed section, can be really bitter. So I try to just take them off, just to, wash my hands, cut the fruit, and just like shed the fruit and then eat it whole. But it's really good for women. It's good for your hair, and I encourage you to add it to your diet, to try if you can, and see the effects that you will see on your body. The second to last would be lentils. Lentils are rich with iron, so it's like a plant-based protein that many vegetarians and vegans add to their diet because it's just that good to replace the protein that they need. But even for you, whether or not you are a vegan, you can add lentils to your diet because of the rich iron component, which helps a lot, like if you are anemic or if you struggle with that. And it helps to, you know, just give your body more strength and to reduce lightheadedness or anything like that. And it's good for the strength of your hair too. Like the components in the lentils will help to give strength to your hair. Because also, when you lack iron, it can cause your hair to be brittle because iron is also important for your hair. And last but not least, it would be spinach. Spinach are really great, and I don't think, let me know, but I don't think it's hard to find in supermarkets usually. So when you add spinach to your diet, you're actually doing a lot for yourself, especially because of the iron and the folate that they have. And I am trying my best. Like when I buy a bag of spinach, one of the goals I have right now, or a kind of game I'm playing with myself, is to try to finish the bag before the spinach goes bad. Because if you notice, you know that spinach goes bad really, really fast. And sometimes I will try to freeze a whole bag, but I know that having them fresh is better for you. I encourage you to add these superfoods to your diet and see the effects that it will have on you for healthier, stronger, longer hair. And there's something else I want to add. So when I'm giving these health advice, especially for food or something like that, or self-care, or if you hear it from anyone else, I want you to be mindful that your budget is also really important. So I don't want anyone to ever feel pressured into thinking that they need to buy everything in order to be well. I get it. I get sometimes the budget may not be as strong as it needs to be. So whatever advice that you receive, always think about your individual needs and just tailor it to your lifestyle. But at the same time, I hope it will be a good consideration for you, like watching this video about the things you can add to your diet to help you and to help your hair. Because as I love to say, if your hair is healthy, if your skin is healthy, your nails, it's a very good sign that your whole body is healthy, because your body tends to focus on what is priority, which is like things on the inside, which makes sense. So if your hair and skin are healthy, your body is given the access to them, which is a good sign as well. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for watching and giving me your time. And I hope you have a really great day. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong.